Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Dear Venerable Sangha, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the weekly Buddhist news in English on Phật sự online channel. There are 4 major news of the week. Children's Mid-Autumn Festival organized in pagodas throughout the country. Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam Buddhist Sangha in the city rolls out training in essential software usage. Buddhist Culture magazine has a periodical meeting. Tuổi Trẻ newspaper officially apologizes Vietnam Buddhist Sangha for inappropriate use of Buddhism image. And following are the news and details. Following the annual custom for the Mid-Autumn Festival, monks and nuns and Buddhists across the country organize a Mid-Autumn Festival program for teenagers and children who are studying and living at the locality to encourage students to study, strive to become good children and good students, good grandchildren of alcohol, obey grandparents, parents, and their teachers. In addition, with the desire to bring all the children a fully satisfactory and meaningful Mid-Autumn Festival with useful fun activity on the Mid-Autumn night, and partially to create the atmosphere of the Mid-Autumn Festival in childhood memories, with the desire to contribute to preserving the traditional cultural beauty. The following is the reporting on programs to welcome the Mid-Autumn Festival in some illustrative provinces.
In Ho Chi Minh City, in the warm atmosphere of the Mid-Autumn Festival, on the afternoon of the 27th of September 2020, the Buddhist Youth Section of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, together with MINH Monastery, solemnly organized the program Mid-Autumn Festival of Love 2020 at Bình Mỹ 2 Primary School, Ho Chi Minh City. Under the guidance of Venerable Thích Tuệ Nhật, Vice Secretary of the Central Committee, Vice Head, Chief Secretary of the Buddhist Youth Section, several days before the event, the teenagers and Buddhist monk MINH had been mobilized and they had prepared over 500 gifts to send to disadvantaged children in Củ Chi district. The groundwork of lanterns, mooncake gifts, and the decoration of the festival night were meticulously prepared by the young Buddhist youth. In Kiên Giang, on the afternoon of the 28th of September 2020, a charity group of Bù Khánh Pagoda, Kiên Giang Province, led by Venerable Thích Huệ Tài, head of the Economic and Financial Department of the Provincial Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Kiên Giang Province, the abbot of Bù Khánh Pagoda, together with the Buddhists, the sponsor, visited and presented 135 Mid-Autumn gifts to the students at Phật Quang Social Protection Center. To welcome the team, there were Master Nun Thích Nữ Huệ Tánh, member of the Administrative Board of Kiên Giang Provincial Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, permanent Vice Director of the Center, and the teachers in charge of the Center. Venerable Thích Huệ Tài and members of the Bù Khánh Pagoda charity had a meeting and interactive communication with the children at the Center. On behalf of the charity group at Bù Khánh Pagoda, the abbot wished the children to be good, study well, listen to the parents, grandparents, and teachers so that the children would be good students, useful citizens for the country and society. In Kon Tum, under the guidance of Most Venerable Thích Quảng Xạ, Vice Chairman of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Administrative Council, head of the Kon Tum Provincial Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, on the morning of the 26th of September 2020, the Ho Chi Minh City's volunteer delegation led by Venerable Thích Nhuận Vinh, accompanied by Master Nun Thích Nữ Vạn Nhân and Master Nun Thích Nữ Vạn Trinh, vice leader of the delegation, visited and presented 500 Mid-Autumn gifts with a total value of more than 75 million Vietnamese dong to ethnic minority children in border areas at 2 primary schools and kindergartens in Rờ Cơi commune. In Đồng Tháp, On the afternoon of the 27th of September 2020, at Quê Hương Pagoda, Đồng Tháp Province, the Buddhist Youth Section organized a Mid-Autumn Festival program with the theme Mid-Autumn Festival of Love and presented 1,200 gifts to young pediatric children. In particular, the organizing committee had awarded 15 bicycles to poor students under the witness of Venerable Thích Phước Nghiêm, member of the Administrative Council, Vice Head of the Standing Committee of Buddhist Youth Guide, Head of the Section for Youth and Buddhist Youth, Head of the Section of Youth Teaching and Advocacy, with the Venerable Monk, the Abbot of Quê Hương Pagoda, and representatives of local government. In Tiền Giang, on the afternoon of the 26th of September 2020, with the permission of the local government, Phước Hội Pagoda, Tiền Giang Province, coordinated with the Foreign Affairs Charity and the International Relations Subcommittee under the Social Charities Committee of the Buddhist SANGHA, organized the Mid-Autumn Festival with the theme Moonlight Enlightens the Countryside Pagoda, and awarded more than 500 gifts to children in the area, with a total budget of over 70 million Vietnamese dong. Here, the children were able to participate in folk games and receive many attractive gifts from the organizers. In addition, they were able to watch a variety show of lion dance, magic performances, and participating in the contest Poinsettias. This contest aimed to help students review the knowledge they had learned in school. In Hanoi, in order to show the mild grace of Buddha Dharma for teenagers and children, and wish for them to have a healthy playground on the Mid-Autumn Festival, on the evening of the 28th of September 2020, the monks at Đình Quán Pagoda held a Mid-Autumn Festival with the theme Mid-Autumn Festival for Me, reflected by many useful and interesting activities. The children had fun and left with cute gifts wrapped in lovely bags prepared by the monks and nuns and volunteers.
In order to prepare for the coming school year, on the morning of September 29, 2020, at Campus 2, the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha in Ho Chi Minh City, the Vietnam Buddhist University's Executive Council, lecturers and representatives of Buddhist schools affiliated with the Vietnam Buddhist University held a meeting to implement the training and use of essential software to the lecturers.
The meeting was chaired by Elder Most Venerable Thích Trí Quảng, rectors of Vietnam Buddhist University Ho Chi Minh City, with the participation of the monks of the Study Council, Venerable Dr. Thích Nhật Từ, Permanent Vice Director, Most Venerable Thích Bủ Chánh, Venerable Thích Tâm Đức, Venerable Thích Phước Đạt, Co-Vice Rector, and Revered Monk and faculty members of the Vietnam Buddhist University, Director Boards of the Buddhist Intermediate School in Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu and Tiền Giang. Most Venerable Director generalized the trainings and development process of the Vietnam Buddhist University from 1984 up to now. Each year, the Vietnam Buddhist University enrolled a crowd of 3 semesters. The institute currently has bachelor's, master, and doctoral programs. Venerable Thích Nhật Từ also introduced the newly issued rule and regulation to create a new consensus on the policy and the operational procedures of Vietnam Buddhist University. It is known that the expected time for the graduation ceremony or opening ceremonies of Bachelors of Section 15 Master of Course 3 is scheduled on October 25, 2020. On behalf of the working team who have risen through 3 intermediate schools of Buddhism located in Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu, Tiền Giang, and Cần Thơ, Venerable Thích Lệ Ngôn, Chief of Office of Vietnam Buddhist University, reported on what had been rolled out in the content. The meetings is continued with the instruction into Vietnam Buddhist University management software, online entry for trainers, and plagiarism detection software, creation accounts, login, how it works. These softwares are donated by Buddhist Giác Thanh Hà. At the same time, the Buddhist Today Foundation Giác Ngộ Pagoda also offered to donate 1,700 accounts belonging to the plagiarism testing software to teachers, monks, and nuns and students. Speaking for conclusion, Senior Elder Most Venerable Thích Trí Quảng said that this time the Vietnam Buddhist University had expanded many faculties and invited professors from outside university to participate in teaching to improve the professional qualifications of the Vietnam Buddhist University, thereby granting teaching points, subjects, and professional issues. The Science and Training Council will have meeting to review the qualifications and expertise of each professor to grant the visiting lectures in order to improve the teaching qualities of the Vietnam Buddhist University.
On the afternoon of September 27, 2020, at the editorial board of Buddhist Culture magazine, Ho Chi Minh City, the editorial board of members had a periodical meeting to implement some upcoming works and agreed on the contents of issue number 353.
Venerable Thích Minh Nhẫn, Permanent Member of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Administrative Council, Permanent Vice Editor-in-Chief of the Vietnam Buddhist Culture magazine, chaired the meeting with the participation of all members of the editorial board. Venerable appreciated the organization of the ISSN Code announcement ceremony and the induction of members of the editorial board of the magazine, which had been of social interest. Especially nearly 20 reputable media agencies in the country reported on this event. Venerable also implemented upcoming activities of the Buddhist Culture magazine. Members of the editorial board, in the coming time, will be granted a new journalist card. At the same time, he also introduced and added a number of new personnel in the editorial board and assigned specific heads to each news column. The Venerable emphasized the spirit of solidarity, study in the Buddhist environment, especially the ethics of Buddhist journalists. Each employee should always maintain dignity, manners, and keep a clean mind to serve the Sangha. The members of the editorial board discussed and contributed ideas around improving the quality of the contents of the articles, as well as the presentation format for the magazine to be more innovative and attractive, while keeping the harmony true to the original policy and in line with the Buddhism spirit. It is known that the English version of Buddhist Culture magazine will soon be released, with the aim of bringing the magazine to readers around the world.
On September 29, 2020, the editorial board of Tuổi Trẻ newspaper, represented by Mr. Lê Thế Chữ, Editor-in-Chief, Mr. Đinh Minh Trung, Deputy Editor-in-Chief, Mr. Nguyễn Hoàng Nguyên, member of the editorial board, and Mr. Nguyễn Văn Tiến Hùng, Editor-Secretary, came to the central office of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha in Ho Chi Minh City to publicly apologize the story of the youth laughing supplement of the Tuổi Trẻ newspaper invented the story of Pagoda worship online app to be topped up for Buddha bless in return.
To meet the editorial boards of Tuổi Trẻ newspaper, Most Venerable Thích Thiện Thống, Vice Chairman of the Administrative Council, Most Venerable Thích Huệ Trí, members of Administrative Council, cum chief legal officers, Most Venerable Thích Huệ Thông, Vice Secretary General and Chiefs of Office 2, Most Venerable Thích Giác Liêm, members of the Boards of Directors, Vice Chair's of Office 2. The incident offended the Buddha image series, affecting religious belief and caused frustration for the Buddhist communities in the countries and the world. Under the youth laughter, editorial board temporarily deleted the post at 23 hours 23 minutes on September 26, 2020. In response to the situation, on behalf of the editorial boards of Tuổi Trẻ newspaper, Mr. Lê Thế Chữ publicly conveyed the official apology to Vietnam Buddhist Sangha. In the letters of apologies, Mr. Lê Thế Chữ affirmed the editorial board of the newspaper is aware of these errors and conveyed the meeting to review the responsibilities of the individuals in questions to learn from experience in the newsroom work so that journalists should be more attentive, careful to avoid such unfortunate case to be repeated in the future. Venerable Thích Thiện Thống accepted Tuổi Trẻ newspaper apologies and expressed his wish that the monks and nuns, Buddhists and the online community who love Buddhism happily accept the apologies and let bygone be bygone for going towards good things in the future.
Venerable monks and nuns, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, the last news has started this weekly newsreel. Thank you for your attention and following. Goodbye and see you in the next program on PSO TV channel. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha.